Assalamualaikum and welcome. Today, we are thrilled to present our topic on electrical transportation. Are you ready? Let's discuss together about this topic. Before we start, let's take a moment to introduce the amazing team behind it. First, we have ADILAH HADIRAH, AISYA SAFFIYA, NURUL NABIHAH, and last but not least, we have Emily JASMIN. So, let's move on to the first slide. This is meaning for electrical transportation, or we call electric vehicle. What is electrical transportation or electric vehicle? A vehicle whose propulsion is powerfully or mostly by electricity. These include road and rail vehicles, electric boats and underwater vessels, electric aircraft and electric spacecraft.
Now, we will discuss the basics of electricity and magnetism, as well as how they are interconnected through electromagnetism. First, what is electricity? Electricity is essentially the flow or presence of electrons or electric charges. There are two main forms of electricity. First, we have static electricity, which is the imbalance between positive and negative charges within an object. The second one is current electricity. Current electricity refers to the flow of electrons from one section of a circuit to another. Next, what is magnetism? Magnetism, on the other hand, is a force caused by the interaction between moving charges. This interaction can result in attraction or repulsion of an object, which creates a magnetic field. A magnetic field is essentially the invisible region around a magnetic material or moving electric charge where the force of magnetism is felt. And the final one is, what is electromagnetism? Electromagnetism combines the principles of electricity and magnetism. It's the phenomenon where electric currents or charged particles create magnetic fields and vice versa. This forms a unified theory that explains how these forces interact and are deeply connected. Understanding this concept is critical because electricity and magnetism play crucial roles in technologies we use daily, from powering our homes to enabling electric vehicles.
So for the next slide, which is exploration of electrical transport, application or technology. So we have a range of vehicles and systems that use electric power as their main propulsion source are included in the category of electric transportation. The growth of the infrastructure, growing environmental consciousness, and improvements in battery technology are all driving this technology's rapid evolution. So we have first point, which is public transportation. So for the first one, which is electric buses, compared to their diesel counterparts, these buses consume less fuel, which helps to lower air pollution. Second one, integration difficulties. Making the switch to electric buses presents challenges like organizing the infrastructure for charging and educating maintenance personnel. So for the second point, which is rail systems, there are already several electric trains and trams in use, offering effective mass transit options. Innovations keep improving this system's sustainability and performance. So for the third point, which is marine and aviation, aircraft and maritime vessels are investigating electric propulsion, where electric motors are used for a variety of onboard tasks, increasing efficiency and lowering pollution. So for the next point, which is technology, technological innovations continue to shape our world by improving efficiency, enhancing communication, and providing solutions to complex problems. We have for the first point, which is battery technology. Longer lifespans, quicker charging times, and increased energy density are the result of the advancement in lithium-ion batteries. Research is still being done to create batteries that increase driving range while being lighter and more affordable. So for the second point, which is charging infrastructure, the acceptance of EVs depends on the growth of charging networks. Moreover, to improve convenience, innovations such as wireless charging, dynamic wireless charging system, and ultra-fast chargers are being developed. So to accommodate the project increase in EV usage, a strong network or charging section will be necessary. So for the next point, hydration. In order to integrate renewable energy sources with effective public transportation system, governments and business and residents must work together. Electric vehicles are anticipated to play a major part in smart city projects. So, moving on to the next slide, which is example of real-world implementation of electrical transportation, which is the term electrical transportation refers to a variety of vehicles that are powered by electricity. Here are some noteworthy instances from several categories. So for the first point, which is battery electric vehicles or BEVs, a battery electric vehicle is a type of electric vehicle that operates solely on electricity stored in a battery pack without any internal combustion engine. This distinguishes BEV from hybrid vehicles, which use both electric power and gasoline. BEVs are charged through external power sources such as a home charger or public charging station, enabling emission-free driving. For the second point, which is hybrid electric vehicles, these cars have no exhaust emission, are entirely powered by electricity. Electric outlets or specialized charging stations are used to charge them. We have an example, which is the Tesla Model 3, which is renowned for its cutting-edge technologies and long range. We also have Nissan Leaf, which is a cost-effective and useful choice for daily uses. And also we have Hyundai Kona, which is a pretty good performance and costs are balanced. So for the third point, which is fuel cell electric vehicles, FCEV use a chemical process between hydrogen and oxygen to produce electricity, with the sole result being water vapor. The Toyota Mirai is a top-tier hydrogen fuel car with a 400-mile range, which is example for this point. And Hyundai Nexo and another hydrogen powered car with comparable advantage.
For the next slide, I can brief you about the benefit of electrical transportation. Let us look together to know the impacts of EV. So, the benefit is first, electrical transportation can reduce emission and improve air quality. In the first point, based on this benefit is zero emission. EVs produce no tailpipe emission, unlike traditional vehicles. Next, improve air quality. Reduction in harmful gas like CO2, NO2, and particulate matter. Next point, health benefit. EVs can decrease in respiratory disease and other health issues caused by air pollution. Next, environmental impact. Lower contribution to climate change and overall environmental health. Last but not least, it can cleaner. For second benefit is EV can reduce dependence on fossil fuels. In the first point, reduction in fossil fuel dependence. EV reduce reliance on fossil fuel as they are powered by electricity, which can be generated from renewable sources like solar and wind. The second point, contribution to sustainability. Public transport operators opting for EVs contribute to a more sustainable future. Next, climate change impact. EVs help reduce the impact of climate change by lowering carbon emission. Next, healthier planet for future generations. EVs promote a cleaner, healthy environment for future generations. Next, environmental benefits. EV address environmental concerns by promoting cleaner air and reducing pollutants. Next, healthy urban environments. EV help create healthy urban areas by reducing air pollution. Next is greener and efficient urban mobility. Transitioning to EVs lead to a greener, more efficient public transport system. Last but not least, increased accessibility. EVs can contribute to making public transport system more accessible for everyone. The last benefits of EV is quiet operation. In the first point, reduce noise pollution. EVs produce less noise compared to traditional vehicles, helping reduce noise pollution in urban areas. Next, more comfortable journeys. Quieter rides make public transport more comfortable, for passengers, especially in cities. Smoother acceleration and braking. EVs provide smoother driving experience, reducing sudden jerks and bumps. Next, reduce motion sickness. The smoother acceleration and braking help minimize the impact of motion sickness, making the ride more enjoyable. Next, improve passengers' experience. Quieter and smoother rides contribute to a more pleasant driver experience. Last but not least, urban noise reduction. The adoption of electrical vehicles in public transport helps create a quieter, more peaceful urban environment. Last but not least, urban noise reduction. The adoption of electrical vehicles in public transport helps create a quieter, more peaceful urban environment.
Hi everyone, now we are going to look at the challenges faced in adopting electrical transportation. While electric vehicles or EVs offer numerous benefits like reduced emissions, there are still significant obstacles we need to address. The first challenge is vehicle cost. Producing electric cars is more expensive than gasoline cars, mainly due to the cost of the batteries. EV batteries need to hold a large charge to provide a maximum range, and the materials required for this, like lithium and cobalt, are expensive to manufacture. This makes EVs less affordable for many people compared to traditional vehicles. The second challenge is infrastructure development. Charging stations are still limited, especially in rural or less developed areas. Unlike gas stations, EV owners need to be sure there are enough charging stations along their planned routes to avoid what we call as range anxiety. This lack of infrastructure can make people hesitant to switch to electric vehicles. The final challenge is maintenance. It's still difficult to find trained EV technicians because the EV industry is relatively small compared to the gasoline vehicle market. This shortage increases the cost of maintaining electric vehicles, making them less appealing to potential buyers. In summary, while EVs are an important step towards sustainable transportation, their higher costs, lack of infrastructure, and maintenance limitations are barriers we must overcome. Addressing these challenges will be key to wider adoption in the future. Thank you.
The next slide is the future development of electric transportation. The first development is advancement in battery technology. This means that the battery have increased energy density, which could provide longer driving range just by on a single charge. The second would be using sodium-ion batteries rather than lithium-ion batteries. This is because sodium-ion batteries could provide a higher power output, faster charging times, and it could function in cold weather for countries that have winter season. The second would be expansion of charging infrastructure. This means that the electric vehicles have bi-directional charging, which allow it to act as mobile power sources. This means that the electric vehicles not only act as a transportation, but act like a giant batteries where they become portable power station. The second one would be the wireless charging, where the need for manual plug-in system in the future would be eliminated. The third one is the autonomous electric vehicles, or known as AEVs. This means that the electric vehicles have sophisticated sensors and artificial intelligence built within. This could reduce traffic accidents that cause of injuries and fatalities. The second one would be Advanced Driver Assistance System, or ADAS. This would provide the electric vehicles as more efficient and reduce human error, such as losing focus while driving, exceeding speed limits, and driving under the influence of alcohol and drugs.
So, for the conclusion, one revolutionary step in the direction of a sustainable future is electric mobility. It
greatly reduce greenhouse gas emissions and helps to enhance air quality by lowering dependency on fossil fuels. An international dedication to innovation and environmental responsibility is demonstrated by the uptake of electric cars, public transportation, and infrastructures such as charging stations, even though there are still issues with battery technology, grid capacity. Backing are opening the door for broad use. In addition to being a technology decision, adopting and investing in electrical transportation is essential to combating climate change and promoting cleaner, more effective mobility for coming generations.
Alright, thank you for listening and thank you for giving us your attention. We hope you learned something new today. That's all from us. Thank you and goodbye.